And we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about some skill kids. I want to talk about Quinn Revere, a kid that is got some good skills, runs great routes, and he'll fit in really well. Quinn Revere, tell me what you liked about him. The fact that he runs great routes, he's active, he catches the ball with his hands, he knows when to sit down in his zone, knows when to extend plays. I mean, he's a very good football player. This goes back to what you and I and Gary were talking about earlier, an intangible player that's going to be a great Patriot League player.
Well, it goes back to line one, bringing in the right type of guy, yeah. and Quinn is that. You got to remember, I'm one of those receivers that needed to rely on a little savviness and technique and all that and some guile to get open. And he's the same way, and he has a really good feel for route technique, getting open, knowing where to sit down in zones, and he makes competitive catches. He can make catches when he's guarded closely, and he's got some versatility and also help on special teams. Yeah,
and all we talk about nowadays is 50-50 balls. Can you come down with that 50-50 ball? He's not the biggest guy in the world, but the competitive, I wrote down. First thing I wrote down was fierce competitor, good route runner, knack for getting open, pure football player. Let's run tape here on Quinn.
Well, that's the way he is, and he has great belief in himself. And he has told me that his goal is to play early and challenge to be a starter. And when you look into his eyes, you better believe him, because that's how competitive he is. And he's got great versatility out of McKinney in Texas.
Right.
I'm familiar with that area from coaching with the Cowboys. I know how good football is. So he's playing against some really competitive teams. He has the versatility to run with it after the catch, and great savviness to, like here, he's coming out of the backfield.
Yep.
He's running the ball, and just really good sitting down versus zones, and also getting open using his technique. So really glad to have him.
Yeah, he does a nice job, and he has good vision, sees things, understands when to extend things and come back. And tell me just quickly about McKinney football down there. Is that you obviously know a little bit about it. We've gotten 2 players out of Texas in the last couple of years. If you remember Chris Brockman, everybody remember Chris Brockman, a great player that we had here. Got hurt his senior year, but was out of Texas. Lavelle Ramsey out of Plano East, a very good football player. Tell me a little bit about McKinney.
Well, that's North Dallas, and all those schools up there just play really good football.
Okay.
And it's a very fertile area. We'll be down there recruiting. We think the Dallas-Fort Worth area will generate kids that appreciate Lafayette College and student athletes who respect the school as well. And it's real competitive football, and guys come out of there every single year that can help at all different levels.